Hi there, I'm Mark Clarin, winemaker for McGrail Vineyards, and thinking of all of you fine folks who have been stuck in your homes, sort of like me, except for my home includes barrels. So I know that some of you have recently received our shipment, our latest club shipment, and I'm going to taste those wines right now and hopefully share my thoughts with you guys, and really want to say thank you for being great customers of ours, and want to let you know that if you haven't received this wine, we are doing penny shipping. So, if you're looking for wine, you can buy it from McGrail. Just go online or give us a call. I'm going to start with the 2019 Rosé. It does not require a corkscrew, so you just voila, there we are. Sniff the cap. Ah, beautiful. This is a rosé of Malbec, Merlot, and Cabernet Sauvignon. There's a lovely peach salmon color to it. I really love how the color came out this year. I really love how the yeast that I use this year really offers a lot of fruitiness to the wine, and it's sort of retained this fruity character that I love so much. Like luscious strawberries, very floral as well. Oh, I just love the way this rosé smells. Wow. Great acidity. This is a great food wine. It's dry, but it's so fruity that it's enjoyable to people that love, something that might seem like it's sweeter. But this has such great acidity that it'll go with all kinds of food. The flavor, I'm getting sort of this kind of kiwi melon kind of character. The strawberry comes through in the flavor as well. And I'm really excited about this wine. We just released it in February. I don't want to call it the COVID release, but it's just been such a strange time for us all. But this makes me feel a lot better. I would enjoy this wine with a nice watermelon salad from Posada. I think this wine would go really well with spicy food. I'm thinking Asian spicy, like Chinese or Thai, even Mexican food as well. It just would tame the spice of the food. All right, so rosé, delicious. We're gonna switch over to another of the latest and greatest. This is the 2017 McGrail Vineyards Cabernet Sauvignon from the Tarantino Vineyard. Chris Tarantino approached us a few years ago and wanted to partner with us on a small piece of his vineyard where we grow the vines together. And what I mean by that is we both share our wine growing philosophies and then bring the fruit in, and Mark gets to vinify it however he feels like it. Mark being me. And it's worked out quite well. This is the 2017 vintage. I'm trying to recall, it might have been 2012 was the first vintage of it, of our cooperation, as it were, or collaboration. Voila, that's a good sign. When I hear that cork pop, I hear that you're not supposed to just pull it hard and make it pop, even though I really love to do that. But whenever I hear that, it tells me that we pulled a vacuum when we were bottling, and I think that's important to the life of the wine, because red wines in general, we lay them down for a lot longer and we wait before we drink them, if we can. Sometimes I can't wait. Like today, switch this up, switch that out. Deep dark color. The Tarantino Vineyard is clone 337. which is different than the clones we have up at here on the property at McGrail. We have clone 8 and clone 15. Clone 337, for some reason, it ripens just a little bit later, and we get to leave it hanging on the vine just a little bit longer, which is, I think, a good thing. So far, we've been able to pick it before any kind of dramatic rainfall every year, and that's due to our growing conditions and our growing philosophy. We make sure that we hang the right amount of fruit per vine. We do that with everything we do, and I think it makes a difference because grapes can, they're consistently ripen every year. Deep dark ruby color. This wine was aged in a combination of French and Hungarian oak. We get a lot of spicy aromas from the barrel. This spent about 18 months in the barrel. I'm getting surprising amount of spice in the nose. Really comes through. I also get sort of a cigar box, maybe a tobacco kind of characteristic, and a little bit of fruit, a plummy kind of fruit. Wow. Rich, big cherry, cassis, nutmeg. There's an earthiness, probably that tobacco thing is coming through in the flavor. This is just exactly what I was looking for. Cabernet Sauvignon is my favorite to make and to drink. That's sort of what we specialize here at McGrail Vineyards. This wine is, I feel like it's ready to drink, although it will lay down for at least 10 years. It's got nice tannin, big mouthfeel. This wine will pair well with all the classic duck / beef / big, I call them, comfort meals, a good roast and potatoes and carrots, etc. And this wine would go really well with that. And we're still, even though we're in spring, it feels like winter still. So, those comfort foods are nice this time of the year with a nice glass of McGrail Cabernet. Delicious. The thing about Mark Clarin is he makes wines he likes to drink. So it's very simple. My winemaking philosophy is very, very simple. I just make wine I want to drink, and then I hope you like it too. And I love this wine. We're batting 1,000 so far. No baseball, but kind of want to remind everybody also that, we're calling folks. We're trying to remind everybody that we are here. We're closed to the public, but we're making deliveries, and club members can pick up their wines. If you hear from us, you'll hear, our specials this time of the year with this virus and our quarantine. We're trying to do our part in helping out. I feel like a bottle of wine definitely helps take our mind off of the craziness that we're going through at the moment together. Next up is the Good Life Cabernet Sauvignon Yo Elet. It is Hungarian for the Good Life. I love this wine for a lot of different reasons. One is just the name, because when we first decided to make a wine that's aged in Hungarian oak, we wanted to make something, and Heather kept saying she wanted a Hungarian blend, and I kept saying we can do a Hungarian blend, but we cannot call it a Hungarian blend. Because for me, that made it sound like we were putting people in the bottle, and that just doesn't sound right to me. So, it took her a little while, and one day she came to me and she said, how about Yo Elet? It means the good life in Hungarian. And I said, brilliant, done, here we are. And so I've already disclosed it's aged in 100% Hungarian oak for 30 months. All new oak. And this is our Cabernet Sauvignon 20 16 from the estate vineyard here at McGrail up on the hill here. It's a blend of Clone 8 and Clone 15 grapes. Beautiful color, as you would expect with Cabernet Sauvignon. More of that really nice spice. I usually with Hungarian oak, I usually get a lot of spice. Like, what I mean by spice is baking spice, like nutmeg, clove, maybe cinnamon, those types of baking spices. I get that in French oak as well, but I feel like our Hungarian oak suppliers, for some reason, just a little bit spicier, and I really love that. One of my favorite wines is The Good Life, and it's deep, dark, rich, and we aged for 30 months. I feel like our Cabernet Sauvignon is so big and bold that when you age it a little bit longer in the barrel, it just gets that much more complex and delicious. Another very age-worthy wine. Lots of dark fruit, black cherry. I'm getting, again, spice, nutmeg maybe. There is an earthy component, but less of that tobacco thing that I had with this, the C. Tarantino. Smells wonderful. Wonderful fruit, very smooth, nice tannin, very mouth-filling. I get sort of that tannin all over your cheeks and everything. I get also a black olive characteristic, that dark fruit. Black olive, I always think of Cabernet Sauvignon as, usually has a little bit of an olive characteristic to it. Earth, lots of ripe fruit, not overripe fruit, but ripe cassis cherry, but dark cherry, not the Bing cherry kind of thing. Dark cherry, maybe plums, maybe blackberry. This wine will lay down for certainly for 10 to 20 years. I recommend you drink it now and buy more later. No, I'm kidding. It is a delicious bottle of wine, but I do think this one needs to lay down for a little while, and it will be delicious in the future. Another wine that goes classic with ribeye, maybe duck, maybe cheese, of course. You always want good cheese with good wine, and a good New York. Filet is probably my favorite cut of meat, so I always think of filet with red wine, but I don't want to be too classic. I like to be a little bit weird. And again, actually all these wines will pair with a little bit of spicy food. I think the rosé will really tame your spicy food, but these two wines will go very well with, something like a Mandarin Chinese dish or something like that. So hang in there, folks. We're looking forward to a wonderful season of eating and drinking and music and all the fun things that you come to enjoy at McGrail Vineyards as soon as it's safe to do so. In the meantime, I really want to encourage everybody to stay home as much as you possibly can. Let's see if we can flatten the curve, as they say. And hopefully, we can do that and get back to normal soon. Thank you.